Stress and coaching. Coaching can be a way that you can support people to reduce stress. But first of all, as a coach, you need to be aware of your stressors, your bodily response to stress, and also what you can actively do to reduce your cortisol levels. Hi, it's Ruth Kudzi, founder of Optimus Coach Academy and Ruth Kudzi Coaching Limited. I am passionate about helping people live the lives they want to live on their terms, through supporting people to train and develop as coaches and supporting people in my coaching business to build and grow their businesses. So we know cortisol and adrenaline and noradrenaline. We know that all of those neurotransmitters and hormones have a function. So cortisol is normal. It's normal to have some, but what we're talking about is heightened amounts. And when your amounts of cortisol go up, your stress levels go up, your executive function is impaired. So what that means is all of those things that you do that require, I guess, more cognitive load, like solving problems, thinking analytically, memory, focus, are depleted. And if we consider this as a coach, if we're going in and being present, which we know is an ICF competency, if we're under high levels of stress, our ability to be present is going to be decreased. Our ability to truly be there for our clients is going to be decreased. And there's some other stuff too going on. So let's deal with this first of all. This is why it is so important as coaches to put our own needs first. I know we see the Instagram memes about putting on your own life jacket, and probably if you're anything like me, you roll your eyes. But there is something in there. Self-care as a coach means that we are able to show up much better for our clients. We're able to hold that space. We're able to be present. So what does that look like? Well, it's going to look different for anyone. But really what we're looking at is reducing those cortisol levels, potentially increasing some GABA, potentially having some dopamine in there as well. But how do we do it? Well, it's about identifying the stressors, first of all. So, for example, a really common stressor is that we're late or we're not on time or we've got too much in our diary. So creating space before sessions, space between sessions. Equally, it's about really looking at our cognitive load, our thoughts. We all have a stress bucket, and our stress bucket will be a different size, a different shape, depending on, the day of the week sometimes, but also what's going on for us. So actually looking at identifying what's in our stress bucket, thinking about what we can control, what we can get support with, and what we maybe need to examine a little bit more. So what that might mean is us as coaches getting therapy or coaching supervision to support us with some of the things in that bucket. What that might mean is doing things that activate our vagus nerve, such as yoga, shaking. You can find out more about that, tapping. It might mean getting more rest. Do you know that your stress levels are likely to be lower if you sleep more? So yes, I'm saying as a coach, get more sleep. Equally, it's about all of those things that we know. We know moving our body. We know being outside. We know being around people that we love. We know laughter. We know gratitude. So think about the practices that you have in place that help you to feel calmer. And like anything, I love the simple. So imagine that you've got a stress scale. 0 is that you're not stressed at all, you're completely calm. By the way, you're not going to spend your whole life in 0. If you do, that might not be a healthy place either. And 10 out of 10 is you're completely stressed, you can't think straight, you have a bodily reaction, you can't focus, you can't do anything. And each day, reflect. Where am I right now? What's going on in my body? What's going on in my brain? What do I need? And make a decision based on that, on what you're going to do. We see online so much around that we have to get up at 5 a.m. and do this and do that. But actually a lot of the actions that we see people talking about, if you're already stressed, could raise your stress levels. So, it might be that you wake up and you're, I'm not feeling 100%. My body tells me to go slow, or I'm feeling those butterflies, or I'm starting to feel that tension headache. What do I need? Maybe I need to have half an hour more in bed. Maybe I need to have a bath. Maybe I need to go for a walk. By the way, I do always have to have this caveat. If you have young children, you might not be able to do that in the moment. If you have caring responsibilities, you might not be able to do that in the moment. So of course, always think about your context. But always, okay, so what can I do to reduce those levels? And also think about before sessions, how can I ground myself so I can reduce those levels? And that's great for us because we're able to be more present, but it's also great for our clients. And it's great for our clients because when we embody a calmer state, that our mirror neurons, the neurons in our brain and body, are signifying that to our clients. So actually, unconsciously, their neurons are likely to relax, have a nice deep sigh. So it helps us, but actually embodying that state helps our clients. So that means that they're more likely to be relaxed, open, creative, think better, solve problems better. So that's about us as a coach and also how that can support our clients. But equally, coaching can support our clients by reducing their stress levels. So even the process of talking through things can help people. But equally, we can support our clients to identify where their stresses are. Maybe it's about looking at a stress diary. Maybe it's about helping people tap into their bodily response and understanding where that's from. Maybe it's about helping them perceptually reposition what is going on so they can have a different perspective. Maybe it's about supporting them with something like Stephen Covey's Circles of Control and Circles of Control, where we enable them to see, okay, what can I control, what can't I control? Maybe it's about looking in that stress bucket and seeing what's in there and looking at what is theirs and what is somebody else's. Maybe it's about supporting them to manage their responses and looking about what they need. There are some great tools that we use, or I use with my clients, and I use in teaching that I do in neuroscience and in my coaching diploma, where we can have some great assessment tools where you can self-assess where you are in terms of stress, and then of course, as any coaching would be, identify where you want to focus on. Stress is so common, and if we know it has this impact on our thinking, the best thing is, how can we as coaches reduce our levels, and how can we support our clients to reduce their levels? The one thing that I would say here, unless a client says, I am stressed or I am suffering from stress, remember not to label. We're not diagnosing, we're there as a non-judgmental partner to support them in order to take the steps that they need to take. Want to find out more about brain chemistry, neuroscience, and coaching, and how you can use it to make yourself a better coach and support your clients? Come and check out what we do at Optimus up here. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd like you to like and subscribe. And remember to keep abreast of all of our new videos. Just ring that bell and you'll be notified when any new ones come out. And we'd love to hear feedback from you. So if you'd like to post beneath your biggest takeaway, and equally anything that you'd like to hear me talk about, we're always open to feedback.